It was a wild affair, a back-and-forth affair, but certainly some exciting stuff to see.
There was, and it started off with Connor Lade kind of forgetting to track Johnny Russell's run, and you can't do that. And at this point, I think we all felt the Red Bulls had been playing pretty good, but they were done. They were down 1-0, and we haven't seen them do anything this year going forward. And then this happened. Daniel Royer, who was excellent the whole time, gets into the open field. Nice ball from Caceres, and suddenly, Charlie, it's game on.
It really was. And you see BWP come off as a substitute. He was not happy, but guess what? Brian Wright comes in and does his job. Brian White comes in and shows, you know what, I deserve to get playing time, and comes up with the equalizer. And then
this can't happen.
No.
This can't happen. If you're Murillo, you cannot be on the wrong side of Busia right there. That's a mental error from a veteran defender.
And that's a 16-year.
One of the best goal scorers in Bradley Wright-Phillips to put in Brian White. He scores the tiebreaker moments later. What did you say?
I mean, Brad put so much work into the game, and we asked him to do a lot of dirty work, especially the second half. And we just thought we needed fresh legs up there. And Brian gets a great goal from a ball from Kaku. It's a good push in the second half.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, Charlie, we'll get back to your comment on Busio in a little bit, but first I want to talk about BWP and the substitution that Chris Armas made there. We heard his comments. Is this the beginning of the end for BWP?
I mean, he's 34 years old. Father Time eventually wins every single battle, and if you look at his numbers over the past, I think, 15 games, he's only scored in 1 or 2 of them. And at some point, if you're the coach, I know Bradley Wright-Phillips is one of the legendary strikers of all time, but at some point, you have to hold your veterans as accountable as you hold your young players. And that means Bradley Wright-Phillips. That means that, okay, Brian White has had a good week of training. He's getting into the right spots. We're going to put him on the field when we need a goal. And it's going to be tough. How Bradley Wright-Phillips handles this in the locker room is going to, I'm not going to say definitive for the Red Bulls, but it's going to be maybe a turning point moment for this team because he's got to embrace it.
And he's a leader. He's one of the leaders in the locker room. He's done it year after year. He had 20 goals last season and 8 assists. This is not someone who's fallen off. He still delivers. As he's gotten older, he just turned 34. The minutes are naturally going to come down. He can't play the amount of minutes that he once used to. And I think he has to understand that this is how it's going to go. And you have to have a great relationship with the coach. So can that relationship go on the right way, and can they develop a successful relationship? I hope so.
It makes it easier for Chris Armas to have the conversation now because the guy he subbed Bradley Wright-Phillips off for got the goal. So he says to Bradley, you know what? He got the job done. Come next weekend, it's your turn. Show everybody, remind everybody who you are. You're Bradley Wright-Phillips. You have 110 goals in this league. Go out and get the job done.